came out here week in and week out to prophesy the downfall of this wicked kingdom, which has adopted the ways of Babylon and also Sodom and Gomorrah. And in the scriptures is known as the daughter of Babylon. I'd like to start off by giving homage to double honors to the apostles and elders and bishops. Peace, blessing, mercy, and salutation to all the brotherhood out there teaching the truth and sincerity in the name of Yahweh Shem Yahushai. So I'm going to go into 1 Peter. Alright, so this is 1 Peter 1, and we're going to start at the top. Peter, an apostle of Yahweh HaMashiach, to the strangers scattered throughout Pontus, Galatia, Cappadocia, Asia, and Bithynia. So those are the ones that were scattered back in that time, and they were scattered throughout the kingdoms where the ancients used to rule. Back in where just the Jews were, right? Just Levi, Benjamin, and Judah. So this is St. John 7 and 35. Then said the Jews among themselves, whither will he go that we shall not find him? Will he go unto the dispersed among the Gentiles and teach the Gentiles? So that's what Peter was doing. He was amongst other people, but they were the same. They were our people. You know, a lot of people don't understand that, because in a family you can have different looking people. You can have darker skinned people and lighter skinned people. So Peter had to go. He had that feeling in his gut where the Spirit's telling them to go talk to these people, because these people, you know, might be Israelites or indeed are Israelites. They're just calling themselves herd people of all over where these people were, right? Because verse 2 says elect, so that means that they were chosen according to the foreknowledge of Yahweh the Father. That means that he already picked them out. He already picked you out. He already said, look, at these people are going to be my people. I choose them. So through sanctification of spirit unto obedience and sprinkling of the blood of Yahweh HaMashiach, grace unto you and peace be multiplied. So these people were already chosen to believe something. Last week we were talking about you know, what happens when you take the chip, potato chip, and whether or not it's going to help you. The answer is it's not going to help you, and you should not take it. It's going to actually hurt you. So Peter went around all through where Mediterranean was, all that land area, to warn his people about the beast and how everything was going to happen. But he didn't know about the beast right now. He was just warning them about the evil one, right? The wicked, the Edomites. But at that time, he didn't get the information of the mark of the beast, because that was given to John. So John was the last guy to get the revelation. He was a main guy in there, because he lived to be 100 and something. So I'm gonna read that one again. 1 Peter 1 and 2. Elect according to the foreknowledge of Yahweh the Father, through sanctification sanctification of the Spirit unto obedience, and sprinkling of the blood of Yahushua HaMashiach, grace unto you and peace be multiplied. So right there, that tells you that peace is going to be with us. You know, wherever you go. Right now we have a brother doing camp in Avenel. He started his own camp over there. That's good. And I'm the one who's going to start his own camp, because now we're at a point where, you know, we can start going off by ourselves. We used to, you know, depend on each other, but now we got to start spreading out, because there's more people waking up. There's more people waking up to who they really are. So what Peter was doing back then was just informing the people, and Jews didn't like him, because I read in John 7:35 that, you know, the Judites, Judah, Benjamin, and Levi were like, where's he going to go? He's going to go teach the dispersed among the Gentiles. But the dispersed, dispersed means that it's like spread out. They're spread out through a whole landmass. So, what makes the elect the elect? They were programmed to be obedient, because it says here, elect according to the foreknowledge of Yahweh the Father, through sanctification of the Spirit unto obedience. So these people were blessed with the power to be obedient. So what does that mean? That means that when they were told, look, you can't do this and you can't do that, they listened. They might have been like, why? But then they started falling in line. And all it takes is just, at this time, because the elect is a small number. You see, that lady was chosen by that person that was honking, right? The person was driving, chose him, started, what? Warning that person. Honking at them. Letting them know, look, I'm right behind you, I'm coming. So that's what basically the scriptures are. Okay, I didn't bring my phone, or else I would have been doing some searching on my phone, but I forgot. So it's the obedience that makes the elect the elect. Okay, you could tell when somebody's explaining something to you, you learn, right? You learn fast, you do things a better way. Maybe somebody's explaining something to you and you already, without knowing, understand it a little bit. You know, some things like that will be occurring. And sprinkling of the blood of Yahushua HaMashiach. So our big brother had to shed his blood. See, he spread his blood around. That's what happens when somebody loves you. He laid down his life for his friends. And that's a hard thing to do, because not everybody deserves that. People will think, wait a minute, everybody deserves that. No, not everybody. Just watch the Jeffrey Dahmer series. Like, nobody did anything to that guy. Nobody molested him. Nobody freaked him out. He's just like that. He just decided to do those things. eat other men, you know. And there's a lot of Jeffrey Dahmers out there. First Peter 1 and 3. Blessed be Yahweh, the Father of our Lord Yahweh Shai Mashiach, which according to his abundant mercy hath begotten us again unto a lively hope by the resurrection of Yahweh Shai Mashiach from the dead. So we have to believe that he rose from the dead. We have to believe that he was persecuted by his own people, then sentenced to death by his own people, and then the sentence was carried out by the Romans. Which those people are the devil, right? Because only the devil can punish you. So think about that one. And his abundant mercy. So it says abundant mercy. When somebody shows mercy to you, they're being nice, right? They're being careful. You know, this store right here behind us is not operating. People were buying things that, you know, they needed from there, but they didn't really have to go there for a while because they had mercy for that store. They wanted to see it go and continue. But, you know, it's out of business. When something stops working, stops making money in this system, they tear it down because it's not making enough money. It has to be making enough money. They can't just make a little bit here and there. But in the church of Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai, all it takes is one. So it started with me, and now Mark Cobb is over there in Avenel, and I'm the one that's gonna probably go to Hanford. So we got 3 places covered, and look at that. That's a formation of geese. They all fly together. They all go in the same direction. That's what you're supposed to do when you're in a camp. You're supposed to go to build yourself up. Then you're supposed to get brave enough and be like, all right, well, I'm gonna do my own thing. That's really your graduation. You know, because we don't know how long we have to wait. We just have to be patient. So now I was trying to get to the resurrection. So how many in the Bible, which is a historical document for us Israelites, in the Bible there was many times where the dead got brought back to life. You know, there was that time where they brought that man through the roof, I think in the book of Acts, and he was dead, and Yahushua brought him back to life, and then Yahushua brought back this little girl back from life. He was like, why are you guys crying? She was just sleeping. You see, so those things, you have to believe those things, because, man, if you don't, that's where all hope is. Because it says, blessed be Yahweh, the Father of Yahweh Shai Mashiach, which according to his abundant mercy hath begotten us again unto a lively hope. So that hope is exciting. It's alive, right? It's alive because you have somebody that was dead. You know, basically what dead means is they don't have any faith, or they're asleep, right? You take somebody that doesn't have any faith, they're dead. You know, they're not animated. But their family is crying. They're all upset. And Yahushua, you know, brings him back to life. That's gonna make you excited. And it's not gonna make everybody excited. You know, it's gonna make only some people excited. Only people that have hope in them. All right, only people that have that hope. To an inheritance incorruptible and undefiled, and that fadeth not away, reserved in heaven for you. So there's going to be a point in time where we're going to live forever. Look at all those geese, man. There's like 100 geese over there flying together. And when there's a lot of geese like that, it's called a migration. See, our people migrated all over the place. Migrated many times. But the big move is going to be back to Israel. That land, man. Yahweh's face. We're going to have to be, they're going to have to take us home. They're going to have to take us home to our home, our place that we can call home. Because right now we don't have any home. Sure, we have a family and that's our home. It's just like Israel is a people before it's a place. You know, our family is a group of people, and the place where our family is from is Israel, right? Now, I hope that makes sense. So, what's corruptible? Because the scripture said an inheritance incorruptible. What is incorruptible? Well, what's incorruptible is somebody that doesn't die or somebody that doesn't get sick. If you get sick, you're corruptible. Because a virus corrupts, you know. A virus corrupts. If you have a virus in your computer or on your phone, it's going to corrupt the whole system. And your shit won't work. You don't want your system to be corrupted. You know, that's why they made the movie The Purge. They have to take the virus out, which the virus in this case would be Jake, right? These people right here. All these people. Now we're moving on. 1 Peter 1 and 5. Who are kept by the power of Yahweh through faith unto salvation, ready to be revealed in the last time. Well, that one's pretty intense. It might not sound intense, but there's a lot to it. Search. I want you to do a history search tonight. Search in your computer or on your phone. Who were the Israelites? Not are, who were. In past tense. Because these people were great people. Or you could type in the kingdom of the Israelites. You know, King David was a great king. King Solomon was a great king, king of peace, you know. For, I don't know, ever since we got out of Egypt, up until around, I would say almost the end of Solomon's reign, people were fearing us. They were afraid because they saw that big giant chariot that delivered us from Egypt. Which is going to come back to deliver us from this Egypt. It's just waiting for the right time. It's waiting for Yahweh to say, okay, it's time. But also you can take into account the things that are happening. Like all the famines, all the pestilence, you know, all the diseases. Gas prices going up, everything's going up, a certain amount of prices are going up. Food is expensive, everything is expensive. You know, it's hard to make things last nowadays. And then you got something called credit, because credit is what really holds this society up. So credit means faith, right? Credit is faith. Because it said here, well, who are kept by the power of Yahweh through faith unto salvation. So we're giving credit to Yahweh, it's substance. We believe in Him so much that we can make our belief into a credit, a line of credit. Because faith is, well, let me just see. This is Hebrews 11:1. Now faith is the substance of things hoped for, the evidence of things not seen. So how can you have evidence for something that you can't see? You just believe it. You know it's true. Because if you're ever alone in your house and the hair on the back of your neck crawls up and you get a chill going up your spine and all of a sudden you think you're not alone, you're not alone, all right? Somebody's there with you. But you can't see them. You can't see the ghost. But you know it's there because there's a feeling in there, right? There's the vibration. But in this case, Yahweh Shem Yahushai, he's up right here. Look at him. If you look straight up, boom, and your eyes could expand and focus and gather all the information, we could see that there's a bunch of chariots out there doing the Lord's work. Well, and that's another thing. They call them UFOs or UPAs or AUP or some shit like that. They call them. They try to say that they can't explain it. Alright, they don't understand it, but that's fine. You don't have to understand it. But that's Yahweh Shem Yahushai. That's the Holy Spirit. All the collective angels put in Yahweh Shem Yahushai's will to work. That's real. That's real evidence for it. Because you can look down the road and you can see all these cars. They're on the road. They're all using gas. Right? They're all using resources. They're all going somewhere to get something based on a system that has no standard, no gold standard, no gold or silver. It's just based on credit. I believe that, what? I believe it's there. Swipe the card. Now I can get my goods. But you have to work hard for it and pay back that debit, right? So how do you earn salvation? Because who are kept by the power of Yahweh through faith unto salvation, ready to be revealed in the last time. So we're actually storing up credit by coming out here week in and week out, showing our faith. We're storing credit up in the skies. Look at those clouds are moving slow. The clouds are actually chariots. I seen a big giant cloud earlier in the morning when I went to work. That was pretty cool. There's chariots all over the place. Like the Apostle Sahar said, the spiritual eye just got open. Trust me, there'll be a point in time where you're going to see them more and more. Our enemies are going to see them. The more that they see them, the more that people see the chariots, the more that they're going to be afraid. And that's good, because you should be afraid. Because these are the things that helped us out of Egypt. These are the things that killed 185 Assyrians. 185,000 Assyrians. A lot. These are the things that we believe in that are going to help us. Right? Deliver us. Because how is if everything bad's going to happen here and then all over the world shit's going to get tough and the elect are all over the world, how are all the elect 144,000 going to be saved during those times? You got to get scooped up, right? You got to get beamed up. Now that's the part right here where you have to apply being humble, because it's hard to be humble when everybody thinks you're not. right? Because you say in your mind you're not being brash or nothing like that. You're not you know, you're not being boastful, but you know what you're talking about. You know, you got confidence in what you're saying, so you can't help but sound confident. It's just confidence. We're not boasting. If we say the white man's the devil and the devil's got to get destroyed, that's just it. And the devil has to be destroyed. How else are we gonna, live a better life? It makes a lot of sense when you have to earn things, right? You have to earn things. You just didn't learn how to play guitar. You had to learn how to play guitar. You had to earn it. You spent a lot of time practicing all those things that you had to practice to be at the level that you are right now. Same thing with the Bible, man. You're gonna get more understanding the further you go into it. And it's like you can't turn your back on it because this is your life. This is your life. I mean, I don't know what people think about reincarnation, but reincarnation is real because we were listening to this man preach and prophesy these things back 2,000 years ago. Because Yahushua did come over here to this side of the world, and he came in as different entities, Quetzalcoatl, Kukulkan, all these gods. That feathered serpent is those are references to Yahushua and Mashiach. It's helpful to understand these things. Ready to be revealed in the last time. So now, if there's a last time, there had to be a first time. Right? And if there's a last time, there's not going to be a time like that again, right? So now we have to understand that we're living in the last times. The end times, because last means the end, right? We're living in those last times, the end times, times where things are going to be revealed to these people, and also the Jacob's trouble is going to happen, and these people are going to get their asses whipped. Pretty much everybody's going to be fighting against each other. But it's going to be real bad for these people because there's something called the 2/3. 2/3 have got to get destroyed because they're wicked, right? They don't do anything positive for their people. They're just out there trying to destroy. Like I seen, what was that one? Why does he have to be on fucking commercials? Because he's out there, trying to get people to put on makeup? No, because he's selling an image. He's selling that nasty ass image of deception, which was taught by the so-called white man, the Edomite, the most dangerous creature on the planet. 1 Peter 1:6, wherein ye greatly rejoice through now for a season, if need be, ye are in heaviness through manifold temptations. Right? We're being bombarded by all kinds of things that we're not ready to fight. Feminism, homosexuality. We're over here minding our own fucking business, and they're throwing these things in our face. It's like consumer law, right? You sign up for a credit card, you fill out side right here saying that you're giving up the right to refute. That's on you because you weren't paying attention, right? You weren't paying attention. That was set up for you to suffer, for you to be tempted. And if you're tempted, then you have to suffer, right? Because you're suffering all the time. But you have to be tempted to a point where you're suffering all the time. You know, and it's okay to be upset. It keeps you thinking. But don't react to your hormone stress levels. You know, because everything happens in your brain, right? Hormone levels reach a certain peak, and then you start freaking out, and then you start be acting weird, and then, you know, you're affected. For example, you know, tomorrow, well, I got the news today. Earlier today, my boss told me, look, tomorrow you're gonna have to go to food bank early in the morning. So now I gotta wake up at fucking 5 or 4:30 because I gotta leave by 5:40. So that stressed me out, right? So that's a temptation, and then the temptation is, if I want to keep the lifestyle that I'm living, I gotta keep doing the shit that I'm doing. I gotta keep working over here, right? That the trial of your faith, being much more precious than of gold that perisheth, through it be tried with fire, might be found unto praise and honor and glory and the appearing of Yahweh Shai HaMashiach. So we want him to appear to us, right? We want him to save us. If he comes and saves us, you know, we were doing the right thing. We're trying to do the right thing, doing the right thing, we were on the right path. You know, we were resisting temptation, fighting the devil at all possible turns. You know, we made it. Not only did we make it, we made it to the end. You know, to the very end. That's really what it's about, right? You want to make it to the end, and you want to see your people make it. You want to keep moving on, you want to keep living, right? Well, we want to keep living in the kingdom, more likely. You know, the kingdom is where we're going to be saved at. Whom having not seen ye love, in whom though now ye see him not, yet believing ye rejoice with joy unspeakable and full of glory. Right? We ain't never seen Yahushua. But when we heard the brothers tell us, look, man, Jesus ain't white, right? That's not his thing. We're like, what? We were scared because there was no cloak for our sins. But because Jesus was the one that's saving us, right? So then they told us, look, he's a dark-skinned man. His name is Yahushua. Oh, good. Now we have someone to believe in. That's important because that's the salvation right there. Our salvation is in the hope that we believe in him that came 2,000 years ago, got persecuted and got murdered, and was resurrected by his Father on the third day. He didn't get pierced Friday night and then got back up Sunday. It's Friday all the way to Saturday. So Friday night to Saturday night, that's one. Saturday night to Sunday night, that's two. Sunday night to Monday night, that's three. 2,000 years ago and shed his blood for us, these people right here, these people who are this, he's coming to save us. So with that, I want to give all praises and glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushai, Ba'ashem, Apakadosh, double honors to the Apostle Elder Bishop. Peace, blessing, mercy, I teach to all the brotherhood out there, teaching the truth and sincerity in the name of Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushai. Shalom.